in New Harmony, Utah, along with Jan and Scott and Matt. We're on our way to St. George to close on the purchase of some property that we have bought here. 3.8 acres of land. This isn't the exact spot. We'll be driving up to that in just a moment, but I just wanted to give you a little panoramic view of the area that we'll be buying this property in. The mountain I just showed you was Pine Valley Mountain, which is a massive mountain mass that goes north of St. George. The top of the mountain is around 10,500 feet. I'm scanning over now toward the eastern skyline. And those mountains that you can see silhouetted over there, those are called the Fingers of Kolob Canyon. That's a part of Zion National Park. And from our property, that's the view that we look at as we view straight east across the property and across the valley to those fingers. It's a beautiful spring day. It's a little cold, a little windy. There's been a storm front coming through, and on the tops of these mountains there is a skiff of new snow. We think this is just a gorgeous area. All these little dips and valleys and little ridges. A lot of fun exploring and hiking that can take place here. So the biggest bucks in the whole state of Utah come out of Pine Valley Mountain. The wilderness area. About a mile from our property line. Wild, beautiful country. The pioneers took the big timbers off Pine Valley Mountain, and that's what they used to build the St. George Temple. Just about at our property, this is a field, a little pasture. But it was right below it. We just spotted a couple of wild turkeys that were out strutting in this field, but I think they saw me and they hurried and scurried over to the into the bushes. This is just a little scanning scenery shot of the pasture land, the valley land. Sorry we missed those turkeys. They're wild, cagey critters. We just weren't quiet enough as we were trying to sneak up a little closer. We spooked them. It looked like a couple of big toms that were out there strutting around. The trees here on the edge of the field are the trees that are along the shore of Ash Creek, the year-round stream that flows down from the tops of Pine Valley Mountain. Beautiful, the fresh green of the spring season. This is Ash Creek I was just telling you about. A nice little stream, there's trout in it. And this flows just to the east of our property. This is an open meadow and pasture that's just off the hillside from where our property is. I don't know if I'm getting these in the video or not. There's some ravens flying around. Leaving Ash Creek and driving this road right up to the property. Here we are, friends, at Harmony Heights, just outside of New Harmony, Utah. We're going to be buying today, closing on the purchase of lot number 2 in this 33-lot subdivision. Here's what it looks like. Jan thinks that someday this might be our home. Most of the lots have been bought by people. None have yet started to build. It's expected that 4 homes will be built, at least 4 homes will be built this summer. We'll drive up here a little bit and show you more specifically where this lot is. But here's the general area. Our property extends right up to the National Forest line going west, and then that forest line connects right into the wilderness area that encompasses all of the upper ridge part of Pine Valley Mountain. Turkeys and cougars and deer and elk, hundreds of miles of trails to climb and little canyons to explore. A lot of fun times I think we can have down here. Well, here we are. There's my beautiful wife standing on lot number 2 of New Harmony Heights. That's a post marking one corner of our property line. It goes down this road. I don't know if I can show you where the other marker is. Jan's going to jog down there. But the width of the property is 300 feet wide, or 100 yards wide. While she's jogging down there, I'll show you where we look out over. That's the Valley of New Harmony and the town of New Harmony. Those are the Harmony Mountains in the background. And we can go over this ridgeline here and drop into Pine Valley, the pioneer town of Pine Valley. Okay, that's the frontage of the property, and if you can see Jan, she's now standing on the other edge of the property, the width of it. This is a scanning view of the property itself. It has open spots, has some sage, has these clusters of oak, and then some cedar trees. As I mentioned, it's 300 feet wide, and it goes back toward the mountains there to the west, 600 feet, almost 2 football fields long. It's 3.8 acres in total size. We're going to wander around here and show you a little bit more of the property. This is one of the open spots. Nice little peaceful area, the privacy of these trees. See up on top of Pine Mountain, there's still some spring storms going on up there. Down here in the valley, the oak is just starting to come out, and the green grasses are coming up. Really a beautiful setting. Here I am in that same spot, but I just turned around and I'm looking straight east. Again, there goes across the valley over to the fingers of Kolob Canyon. We were here about a month ago. A flock of about a dozen wild turkeys went scooting right across in front of us. Right up in this area, right up the road. One of the few places in the whole state where there's wild turkeys running around. Guess if we move here, we'll just increase the number of turkeys down here. Still looking east, but I'm swinging up to the north now, up towards where Cedar City is. A beautiful valley. See that home over there? Fairly well-to-do gentleman owns about 300 acres of property over there. Middle of the property, and there's Scott. We're just kind of wandering up through the property. We're used to this quarter-acre lot in Bountiful, and here we are. We just wander and wander and wander forever on our own property. Here's another part of the property. We're headed west back to where the property line hits the National Forest. Oh, it looks like there's might be Jan or Matt up there. That's all our property. There's a National Forest boundary marker right there, and that's where our property ends. There's a view from the middle of the property, looking straight south, looking down toward where St. George would be. It's beautiful. Little ridges, dips and draws. There are Matt and Jan walking down to the northwest corner of the property line. Running through just a little corner of the property is this stream bed. I'll take you down into that. I think it's just a seasonal stream. There was a little stream flowing through it a month ago when we were here. I think it's probably dry now. This is so beautiful. The sun's just coming out from behind the clouds, and it's hitting Kolob over there. Not many people have that kind of a view out their front door. There's some beautiful natural rock and wildflowers sitting here on our property. Jan was going to come down and bring a package of wildflower seeds to throw all over, but I think Mother Nature might do just fine. This is that stream bed I was telling you about a moment ago. The stream has dried up, so it is just a seasonal stream, I guess, from the winter snowpack melt, and then if you have good thunderstorms in the summertime, I suspect the little river will come back down through this area. Jan's excited. She always wanted a little stream bed to play in. For some of her happy memories as a child is playing in a little stream up in Mount Olympus Cove, and now she has one on her own property. Down in the protected area of this stream bed, it's not so windy and just real peaceful. Kids can sneak around down here through the rocks and trees. Great places to play hide and seek. This is all still on our property. Jan's been saying that if we ever build a home down here, what we'll do is take some of these rocks out of the riverbed and use them to build our fireplace. You look at these rocks closely, and strangely enough, they're not sandstone here, but they're all granite boulders that have a pink tinge to them. Scott wants to sneak down into this area and build a little picnic retreat for the family to use. Just kind of record as I walk through the trees here. I hear Scott over here somewhere. See if I can find him. There's somebody right there.
Get lost to me.
Who's that? Scott says he gets lost too easy. On his own property, he gets lost. It's Monday afternoon. We've been down in St. George at the title company, signing the papers on the closing of the purchase of the property. We're on our way home, and it's in a snowstorm, but we thought we'd swing by and drive up close to the Kolob Fingers that you can see as we look across the valley from the property. Here we are close. I don't know how well this is showing because it's right in the middle of this snowstorm, but I'll let you look around and see if we can get a feel for the effect of this place. It's impressive, awe-inspiring as I'm here. I don't know how it's recording though. I'll bring this video camera back another day when it's clear and we can see these massive red sandstone spires. I hope you can get somewhat of the feel though of this place.